Okay, y'all. So Mercury retrograde has now hit the Queen Bee Tarot. If you are the person I was supposed to have a spiritual chat with at 1 o'clock today, please email me as soon as possible. I am unable to locate any of your information, payment, anything right now. Mercury retrograde went all out. Like, my PayPal's not working right, my email's not working right. The only thing working right is my Skype, but I can't Skype you unless, well, I have your information. And unfortunately, Mercury retrograde has seen fit that I do not. So if you could please email me if I was supposed to have a spiritual chat at 1 today with you, that would be wonderful. Few other things, as I've noticed, like, we've had a couple people trying to give advice. And while I get it, you know, you're giving the best advice that you have to give. But do know that, you know, this is what I do for work. And so, you know, telling people incorrect information can lead them down the wrong path and lead them into things where they don't know what they're doing. Like, say, closing a karmic circle. If they don't close it the correct way, they keep going and they're still tied to this person, which means the divine see them as together. And when you see them as together, that's a way to earn karma if this person just moves on from closing the karmic circle without doing it the correct way, cleansing themselves and letting it go. There are certain ways to do that. So while I totally love that people are, you know, trying to come in and give information and be helpful with each other, I think that's amazing. I just worry about the wrong information being given to the wrong person, and they may try to close the circle themselves, in which case they may not know what they're doing and end up letting something in from places that ought not to be let in. We'll just put it that way. So as much as I appreciate you guys, like, getting on there and talking to each other, be careful of the advice you're giving, because some of it I see isn't correct. So, you know, with that being said, Mercury retrograde has full on hit this girl today. Ooh, goodbye Mercury retrograde. Like, Aries has done seen enough of your ass. For the past, I don't know how many years, we done been through enough. Like, I'm good. Like, you can go now. Like, just go. So if I was supposed to speak with you today at 1 o'clock, again, please get in touch with me, because all of my information is wiped out at the moment. And I'm super pissed and not happy about this. So, please get in touch with me. And again, remember, if you're giving out advice, please make sure it's the right advice. Make sure that you know exactly what you're talking about, because, you know, in spirituality, what you think is a gift and advice, it may not be the right advice. And while you mean well, that can incur karma as well. So please know that everything you do causes a ripple through every single other dimension. And I've tried to explain this a few times, that if I so much as turn left instead of going right, I just changed every other dimension. It's a ripple in time. It goes through the other 10 dimensions, and it changes everything for you, and it changes everything for the other person as well, because now they're making decisions based off the wrong advice. Even though it was in, you know, good faith that you gave that advice, thinking that that was the right thing to do, you have to be really careful with the advice you give. Maybe it's easier to get on there and say, hey, you know, I'm going through the same thing, or I went through the same thing before. If you need a friend or something like that. But there was a few times I saw that the incorrect advice really was given with a good heart. But, you know, it affects, it changes the ripples in time, the ripples in the dimensions, the ripples in 2 different lives when you do that, because you take different courses based on that. So you just need to understand, I'm trying to get you guys to understand a little bit better that every move you make, sorry, I'm trying to figure out what my cat's doing. Every move you make affects time and space. Whether you get up and get dressed at 9 in the morning, or you take your shower at 12 instead, it's now changed all the possibilities in your life. Because if you took your shower in the morning, you may have went out and you ran into people that you wouldn't have run into. If you go later in the day, you're going to run into different people. So just know that things like that do have a karmic balance. And they do have the ripple effect, unfortunately. So keep this in mind. I try to get you guys to understand the cause and effect of karma and the dimensions, and how quickly you can just change a set path in someone's life without realizing you're doing it, without giving, with giving advice with a good heart. You guys mean well, but it's the wrong advice. So just be careful of what you're saying and doing here. Keep interacting with each other. Keep making this a successful channel. And not just that, but bring it in, guys. Bring it in. Like, we're a family here at the Queen Bee. We know this, we work together. We get through our lessons. We all know I'm a harsh bitch. Yeah. But at the same time, if it wasn't for me being that way, I feel like people wouldn't listen to what I have to say and realize how serious it is. It really, really affects your life. So, with all that being said, this is your girl signing off, because I have a Taurus reading to do. I have a reading to do at 2:30. I have a reading at 6, and I have all your monthly readings to get done in between, or try, and still have a life, and still manage to get out of this bathrobe. Yeah. Getting out of this bathrobe would be fantastic at some point. However, you can't complain. You got a whole bunch of amazing followers, liking, subscribing, sharing your videos. You got a beautiful kitty in the background who keeps everything balanced here, and I'm gifted beyond gifted, and I'm grateful for that every day. I'm humbled. So I guess being in the bathrobe, it could be worse, right? Right. So if you're going through something right now, guys, maybe this is my moment to tell you, chin up. You'll get through it. This is your girl Kelly signing off from the Queen Bee Tarot in Boston.